Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. In today's video, we're going to go over the new Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. So if you guys would like to see me try it on and give you guys like kind of my first impression and what I think about it and see what kind of makeup look I create with it, then please keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. So the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette retails for $49, which is pretty much the same across any of the other Naked like palettes. And you can find this currently on all of the Urban Decay like retailer sites like Ulta and Sephora. So that's pretty much where you can find it. And so this packaging is pretty much similar to all of the other Naked or the most recent Naked like eyeshadow palettes like the Naked Heat, the Naked Smoky. So it's pretty similar in that it has like that rectangular shape and it is in like that plastic material for packaging. So here's the inside of the eyeshadow palette. As you can see, there's 12 different colored eyeshadows. There's mixes of mattes and shimmers, and it's a very monochromatic eyeshadow palette in that there's a lot of similar tone shades. Also in the Naked Cherry palette comes with this dual-ended brush. One side is more of a blending brush, and then one is more of like that pencil brush. So for today's eye look, I'm going to start off with the shade Juicy, which is a very peachy shade. This is also a matte. And I am going to be using the dual-ended brush, the blending side. And I'm just going to use that as my transition. Next, I'm going to pick up Feels, which is more of like that mauve tone. So there's more pink and purple in it. And I'm just going to build up that shadow. Ooh, really pretty shade. Next, I'm going to use my Spicy Choco Beauty brush. These are actually like a travel size, and this is like a smaller taper blending brush. And I'm going to pick up the shade Bling, which is that matte. It looks definitely more purple and plummy. And I'm just going to build that outer corner. Next, I'm going to take this Spicy Choco, even smaller taper blending brush. It's very, very small, but I like it because it's really precise. And I'm going to pick up Privacy, the deepest shade in the palette. This one's also a matte. And I'm just going to build up that outer corner. I'm going to go back into that Spicy Choco taper blending brush. Kind of just help blend that out. And then next I want to go into the shimmers. So I'm going to pick up a Young Love. And I'm going to place that right out here where I don't have any shadow on my eyelid. And then next I'm going to pick up this shade right here called Turn Up. So I'm going to put that on closer to inner corners. Ooh, that's actually a really pretty shade. It's like a very light pink, very light, kind of has a purple tone as well. It's really pretty though, I really like it. For my lower lash line, I'm going to go back into Juicy. And I'm still using that Spicy Choco small taper blending. And I'm just going to put that on my entire lower lash line. And then I'm going to go into Devilish since I haven't gone into that shade with that same brush. And just sort of smoke out that color as well. Kind of just blend it together. And then lastly, I just want to go back into Privacy, the deepest shade in the palette. Just deepen that outer corner just to kind of match up with the upper lid. And then for my inner corner highlight, I'm going to go into Bang Bang, which is a shimmer pink shade. And I'm going to use the other side of the brush that came in the palette. I'm going to go into the matte white shade called Hotspot. And I'm just going to highlight my brow bone shade. Alright, so that's it for using the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. I'm going to finish off the rest of my eyes and I'll be back to give you guys like my final thoughts on the palette. Alright everyone, so I'm back. In case you're curious, on my lips I'm wearing Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in Stone. It's a very good like pinky purple mauve tone, so I thought it would go well with this look. So let's go back to the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. Overall, I think it's a pretty good palette. Is it just me, or I feel like the matte shadows have become very, very pigmented, especially with this palette? I mean, for those who do have the Naked Cherry, let me know what you guys think. I feel like the matte formula in the shadows are very pigmented, which I'm not really used to that with Urban Decay, other than the Born to Run, which is also very pigmented. But their other naked palettes, I feel like aren't as pigmented, and I feel like with the matte shadows in this Naked Cherry, it is very pigmented. So I do like, they just have that sheen to it, which I do like. I really do like that Turn On and Young Love shade. I think they were very beautiful on my eyelid. My only complaint with this eyeshadow palette is that because it is very monochromatic, there's very similar shades. So I feel like Bling and Devilish on the eyes, it doesn't look that different. It does have like that pinky purple, and although Devilish like in the palette looks a little bit like deeper red and Bling looks more purple, I feel like on the eyes it doesn't come off very different. Overall, I really do like the quality of the matte shadows. I think Urban Decay did a really good job. It's very monochromatic, so obviously with this palette, you're going to be creating a lot of those pink eye looks with it. So obviously if you don't want pinks, then I would not recommend you getting this palette. But if you do like those pinks, those cherry toned, this is very pink base. So everything looks very pink once applied on the eyes, except for that shade out there called Privacy. And I do like that Urban Decay did add in that deep shade, because like for me, I love to darken my outer corners like I did with this look. So I love that they did add that. I think that if you are interested in like the shade range and you like the color palette, then I don't think you'll be disappointed.